we're officially live, and you guys know it's been more than enough time. We needed to get this done. Boosting Apollo is officially upon us, and my boy, shout out DVP, go check out his channel, link down below. But yeah, as you guys can see, this is a brand new ESS kit. And you guys might be wondering why I went with this kit. Once we get home, I'm gonna show you guys Apollo. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. But we did a full NA series on Apollo, and a lot of the NA parts will work perfect with the ESS. So that is one reason I did go with it. But we do have a lot of stuff planned. So the reason I got this blower, and this was obviously, it's Derek's blower. As you can see, we're at his house, we're in his shop, and that was the plan for his Mach 1. He was gonna have the ESS put on, but you guys know he just picked up a brand new S650 10-speed, and you guys know Apollo has a 10-speed also, so we kind of want to compare the two blowers. He's obviously going Whipple for the S650, and since I already did all the NA stuff, and all my NA parts will work perfect with the ESS, it was only right for me to buy the ESS, and it worked out because he went to go pick up a new car on the channel for him, so it just worked out perfectly. And it's kind of better that way because when we do the tours again, I'm going to have the Dark Horse, he's going to have the Mach 1, and we're going to set those cars up to be more NA, track-oriented, just straight-out road course cars. And we're just going to leave, my S650 is going to stay NA, and obviously his S550 is going to stay NA, which is better for both channels, in my opinion. But we have the full kit. Once we get home, we're going to do the full breakdown. I'm going to show you every little thing, which exact blower we went with, and obviously all the reasons why. But yeah, thanks, G. Appreciate it.
Of course, it's going to be sick. For those that don't know, I do have the S650 now, and the Whipple is actually currently being built. It's being powder coated, it's getting sent out, and reason I came to this conclusion, you know, the East Coast Mustang Tour, Jake and I have done 2 of them, and to be honest, the second one we were a little, we kind of got a little bummed with ourselves because we just feel like we weren't doing enough.
For you guys, that was the reason.
Yeah,
the car beats were good, they were good, and it was packed, but it's like, once everyone's there for an hour and a half,
just
2 hours, it's nothing to do. And we got some stuff planned, a lot of big stuff planned, and it's gonna be amazing. That's all I'm gonna say. Make sure you guys tap in, make sure you subscribe, because the next tour, no one has done this before, and you guys think, oh, they're bullshitting. You'll see.
I haven't seen it.
Just wait and see. We've checked the whole internet. I've looked top to bottom. It has not yet to be done. So you guys are going to see. Once it officially drops, you guys are going to know, and it's going to be amazing, and I hope every single one of you can be there.
To sum it up, he's going to have a now boosted Gen 3 Coyote, 10R80 car, perfect for some racing content, and I now, since I have a Whipple on the way, for the S650, I'm going to have a 10-speed boosted S650, and the reason why I was like totally cool with doing this is because I know it was planned for the Mach 1, but if you're watching this now, and if any of you watch my channel, I actually was able to make this happen and get Bluetooth valve back. So in the back of my mind, I was like, I just simply don't need 4 boosted Mustangs. That's a little ridiculous.
It's absurd.
So Mach 1, I am just so happy with that car. Naturally aspirated E85. That's my track car. When we did Atlanta, we did VIR. And that's just the car I can have fun in and not have to really worry about much. But Lucifer has the Paxton, Bluetooth Valve has the Vortec, and the S650 will then have the Whipple. So Apollo with the ESS, it's just going to come full circle. And like we said, the next tour, trust me, both of those cars are going to be out, and it's going to be something you guys have never seen from us, at least. So,
or automotive YouTubers in general. And it just makes the most sense. It's going to benefit the both of us. It's an awesome kit.
The thing is going to look sick.
Yeah, Apollo is going to absolutely rip with this. So,
yeah. So we'll
I'm
have
excited.
A 1 Century blower 10-speed versus a Whipple 10-speed. So it's going to be pretty sick.
You guys are going to see how they compete against each other, Gen 3 versus Gen 4. So there it is. Yeah, that is it. And I will catch you guys back at the house.
Deuces.
Alrighty fam, we are officially back home with my ESS kit, and I can't thank my boy Derek enough for hooking me up with that kit. He gave me a very good deal. So make sure you guys go check out Derek's channel, drop him a comment. Derek, thank you so much, really appreciate it, brother. You're a true one. And I want to show you guys this too. So you guys know I've been saying I want to do some drifting, and I've been very serious about that. The drifting world is getting bigger, and I want to really like hone in my driving skills of like really showing. I love driving, I love racing, I love everything about it, but I really want to be like a top tier driver. I want to be like, damn, like Jake can drive. So that's that's my goal with like road coursing. Obviously drag racing is very, like, it's not very difficult. It's easy in my opinion. You just got to learn car control and stuff like that, which I felt like, knock on someone, I've done a pretty good job over the years on with drag racing and stuff. So now I kind of want to branch off into autocrossing, seeing how the car handles there. I got a little taste of it at VIR and Atlanta Motorsports Complex. That was awesome. But now I think it's time we do some drifting with the Dark Horse, and I want to show you guys this too, because these wheels, I cleaned them up. They're actually brand new. These are off Derek's 2024 S650 Apex. So I'm super stoked. These are literally a brand new set of wheels and tires. They're Continentals, and the reason I wanted to go with a Ford OEM wheel, some guys like, you can just got a cheap wheel off Marketplace, but everything's expensive nowadays. I was finding like used performance pack wheels and tires. They were like $500, no tires. The wheels were all bent up, or like they were curb rash real bad. So $1,000 for a brand new set. I was like, you know what? I can't beat it. And I know where they came from, and I know they're in good condition. So I know we're gonna make them cool. I want to paint them white because obviously it'll look cooler when we're drifting and stuff. So I want to show you guys that real quick because I'm gonna be linking up with one of my good buddies soon. And he's really gonna like hone in my driving skills and teach me how to drift the Dark Horse and learn car control. So you guys are gonna be along for the journey. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're so close to 30K, but we are road to 100K, then road to a milli. But I want to show you guys my ESS kit and talk about the reasons why I went with this kit. And I think you guys should follow in Apollo's footsteps of what I did to this car from start to end after 4 years of nonstop racing it, into why I went ESS over every other brand. So right off the rip, you guys are probably wondering what kit I went with. This is the G3X kit, and all I have right here is the head unit. I did take everything else inside. I filmed this once, and I was like, you know what? I showed like every little piece of the kit, but we'll get more into that stuff, and I kind of like thought that was boring. So I was like, you know what? Let me just show them the head unit because that's what everyone wants to see. The head unit is the best part. So everything's billet. This was obviously spec'd by my boy. And yeah, that all backing is billet, which I think is beautiful. It looks amazing, and it's just going to work perfect with Apollo. And this is a 6-rib kit. So if you guys are wondering what is the 6-rib kit, so it's like all the factory belts that are on the car right now are 6-rib. So it's like, you know, in the Shelby, we had to change it to a 10-rib because the belt, we needed a lot more belt surface area to have more grip, because on the 6-rib, we would literally have annihilated the belt, and still on the 10-rib, we're still smoking the belt. So the reason I went with ESS over Whipple, Twin Turbo, Paxton, every other kit, because my good friend Billy, and we're going to be showcasing his car on the channel, he has that green car that we went up to Delaware and Mexico, was like right off the side road, and we actually got some racing in, and his ESS car is very fast. And I watched him in the parking lot of Tijuana. He swapped out belts, pulley sizes within, guys, I'm not even joking, 5 minutes. In order for me to change the belt on the Shelby, that's, I mean, I got somewhat used to it, but it still is going to take me like 30 minutes. It just, my hands don't fit down there very well, and it was super tight, and that's kind of why I was like, you know what, I am done with the root style blower. It just kind of killed my vibe, and I was like, because I've always wanted a Whipple. I've always wanted a Whipple, and I'm like, you know what, that's going to be the route, but the Shelby kind of like killed that for me. And then everything that I have done to Apollo, so my ATI balancer, my water pump pulley from Steeda, all that stuff is compatible with the ESS kit. So that's another bonus for me. So like when I was looking at this from like a big perspective, I'm like, okay, what's the best kit I could go with and save the most money? And I want you guys to like think of this too, because if you could save money that way, and like you can build your car NA exactly like how I did with Apollo, and you could race it for, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 years, just like I did. And then when the time comes, you're like, you know what, I'm kind of done with the NA stuff. Let's boost it. Let's finally get to the point of boosting. You can literally get the same ESS kit that I got and throw everything on. So like if you did a ported Boss manifold or a Cobra Jet, or you just did a ported 18 manifold, that will all still work with the ESS. You might have to do a little fabbing and stuff with the Cobra Jets, and we're going to show you guys how to do that. Revolution is going to take care of that for me. But the point I'm making is this kit was the best route for me to save the most money. And at the end of the day, the Gen 3 motor can only handle 1,000 horsepower roughly to the rear wheels, because obviously you got to think it takes more power to spin the blower, like whatever, 250 horsepower. And then like you're only going to get capped at a certain amount. The Coyotes, I think they're like capped at maybe, I think it was like 23 pounds of boost they stop them at for the Gen 3s. I think like 25 or 26 is when you can crack the block. So I don't know how much we could push with the ESS. We're obviously going to push it to the max to get the 8-second with a stock motor, stock trans, and stock rear. That's my goal, is to have an 8-second car. And we're eventually going to get there. But that was another reason I went with this kit, because I'm going to save the most money. Also, you guys know I did do a Circle D converter in the car, and the Circle D is spec'd. It can still be used with the ESS, and you guys might be wondering how, Jake. It is a NA spec converter. So the NA spec converters are like max torque. I think it was like 650 they're rated for. The ESS kit is not going to make that much torque. I believe so. We're going to have to figure that one out. But every video I've seen online, I did some research, they don't make crazy torque. They're not like the root style blowers. They're not like necessarily not like the twin turbos. Twin turbos do make some torque, but you guys know the Coyote torque is always a lot lower than like LS and the LT stuff. The Coyotes usually just make the most power in the high RPM areas, and I think with the 10-speed combo, with my converter, the whole combination I already have done to the car with the Cobra Jet, with the mono blade, with all the extra pulleys to help me rev, and the ATI balancer because that's a lot less rotating mass, carbon fiber drive shaft, I don't think it's going to be hard at all for this car to run 9 second. It's going to be a very, very consistent 9-second car, but you guys know I'm going to push the envelope with Apollo, like I said before, and I'm going to try to fight for an 8-second. I do have to put a back half cage. I'm going to order an Anderson cage, the same one that I have in the Shelby. So we're going to order one of them and put them in the car just for safety reasons, because I'm going to send the living shit out of it. I'm going to tell you all that right now. So make sure you guys subscribe. And yeah, I mean, if you guys want more detail of everything that's done to Apollo, I can link the other video of everything I did to it and talk about every little part in detail, and I showed in that video what I did, showed you guys the mod and everything, how we done it. So I think it's gonna be good. Let me know what you guys think down below, and if you're curious to see, I'm gonna race everyone that wants to race can literally DM me. It's all for good fun. So if you want to run and want Apollo's boosted, more than happy. It could be a dig or a roll. You want to set it up at the track, I don't care, we can get it done. But like I said, I'm gonna push the envelope on this car, and I'm gonna show you guys how tough the Coyotes are. And if eventually, knock on some wood, hopefully the motor stays strong for me, which I think it really will, obviously, because it's a Ford motor. But you know, shit can happen. Shit gets a little spicy when you've been beating on the car for some time now. But like I was saying, I think this is the right direction for the channel, and I know you guys wanted to see Apollo boosted for so long. I can only race it so much NA before we have to do crazy weight reduction to get any more, like, to get a better time. And you guys know I don't want to make Apollo a tin can or absolutely gut it and it looks like shit. I hate when cars, or when people do that to their cars, but it's their cars. But at the end of the day, I don't care. But for my cars, I want it to be like fit and finish, look nice. I want it to be like a true actual street car, but I want to have like a setup where I can get real nasty and it's going to be really disgusting on the track. That's my goal. I want to do sick week with the car, street car takeovers that I just went and checked out. That's the whole reason I went there, to go check it out, and obviously helped Eric go get his new car. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. It is the G3X kit, if I'm saying that correctly. For some reason, I always get that mixed up. Yeah, G3X kit. And yeah, we're going to push it to its limits. It's the biggest kit before the 10 rib. And the 10 rib, everyone said it's not really worth it. Everyone had problems with it. So yeah, I'm going to get this installed, talk with the shop. I got to order a lot of parts. I got to order a 4 fuel system, FOUR. And I got to order some lines. I got injectors. There's a bunch of stuff we still need with the car. The Shelby is sold. The new owner hopefully should be picking it up within, I don't know. He's been waiting for his other car to sell him. The guy for give him money so he could give me the money, so he didn't have to pull any money out of his account. And I don't blame him for that. It's kind of pointless. If your other car's about to leave, I've been getting a lot of you guys DMing me and asking me. So the Shelby's sold. That's why it's been sitting on the lift. But yeah, that's the plans for the channel right now. We're going to be boosting Apollo with the ESS kit, seeing what it can make. Obviously, with this heat in summertime, we're not going to like really crank it up, but maybe we can throw the 120 millimeter pulley on there and go mess around at Capitol or Cecil County, and we can see what the car can do. Get it lower into the 10s, dial it in, get the tune 100%, and then once fall rolls around, we're going to turn it all the way up, like all the way up. Like literally smallest pulley ESS cells is going on Apollo, and I don't give a shit if I blow it up. I'm sending it to the moon, all for you guys. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Road to 100K, boys. Yeah, my birthday's coming up July 13th, so I don't know what's going to be going on that. I want to try to drop some sick content on my birthday. Birthday's on a Saturday, I think, so I want to try to get some drifting in. If you guys are drifters in Maryland, like DMV area, maybe we can get something going at Capitol, because they do have a drift track I can rent out. I think that'd be pretty fun for my birthday. I'll take the Dark Horse out there now that I got tires. If you guys want to do something like that, drop a comment down below. Message me on Instagram, TitanStallion410. Let me know, boys. Let's get some going. Before I close out today's video, though, I have to mention the merch is still live on the website. The giveaway is still live. Someone already did win the exhaust. I do have to mention that. The exhaust winner hit the point goal. He absolutely won it. He bought like pretty much everything on the website. So shout out to you, bro. I made a post on my Instagram. He did win that. But we still haven't chose the winners. The points are still up there. Like no one hit his high point goal yet. So you can either still win the Chemical Guys bucket, or if you buy some stuff on the website, you can either win the 2 free shirts. So it's not going to last much longer. By the time you might be seeing this, there might be like 24 hours or 48 hours left. All depends on the time I post it. But best way to stay in touch is follow me on Instagram, TitanStallion410, same as the video, guys. Godspeed. Love you all. God bless. I will catch you in the next one. Deuces.